Right, I made it. I made it under the quarantine. I finished the agent Shinigami, Shinigami, Shinigami. I'm gonna go Shinigami. I hope I ain't butchered that. Long story short, I finished the first arc. So this arc basically follows the main character Ichigo, him gaining what's called like Soul Reaper powers, but they weren't his, and then him learning the ins and outs of being a Soul Reaper. So the enemies he have to fight, the different types of powers he would see, um, stuff about his swords or different types of swords, different worlds, and then they kind of introduce like his whole supporting cast. So everybody that's in his circle. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as I can. So what I'll do, I'll just start with what I liked about the arc first, and then we'll get into what I didn't like about the arc. All right, so since I started from scratch, and I guess I got a different viewpoint now. I like the fact that Ichigo isn't like a normal shonen main character. Like he's very chill and laid back, but he has like a good mixture of like going with the flow and being brash too. It's kind of like he like this walking oxymoron, and he's a like a natural like fighter. So at the beginning, like I forgot how many dudes he was fighting in I want to say it was the first episode. I think it was like 3 or 4 guys, and he just took them out with ease, and like didn't break a sweat, and he was just chill about it. And I thought that was really dope. Like he's just a natural talent. Even when he's fighting hollows, the evil spirits or whatever, like the way he was fighting, it was just he goes with the flow and mixes that little brash like nature that he has and just goes for it, and he's like a natural at it. He just don't know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? He just lacks the experience. But even though he lacks the experience, you can still see like, all right, he gonna be good at this in no time flat. Like Ichigo is too cool to be the underdog, and I love that. I love that about him. At first, because on a previous video when I was talking about Bleach, one thing I did remember is that he didn't have any like ambition for real, like the other shonen characters. So like Deku wants to be the greatest hero ever. Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates. Naruto wants to be Hokage. You know what I'm saying? That Black Clover show, that kid wants to be the best wizard or whatever. Like Ichigo is just like, hey man, I'm here and I'm handing out fades and I'll fight whoever. He did it was a episode on there where he did show some type of, I guess, ambition, where he talks about his what the Hollows did to his mother, and he basically said, hey, I fight so nobody has to feel the pain that I felt from these evil spirits. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't remember that from when I watched it the first time 5 years ago. So I thought that was really interesting, and that's something I think that's a great element to his character. He's not the typical shonen character, and I really like that about him in this series, because like it get kind of old, you know what I'm saying? When you watch like shonen after shonen, and it's kind of like the same thing, that like they're after something, and then that they're these underdogs, they these losers, everybody like looking down upon them and stuff like that. Ichigo, not that he's that dude, like he's popular in school or whatever. He ain't picked on, nobody bullying him. He deboing everybody. I love that. I'm with it. All right, I like the introduction of all the supporting cast. All of them are pretty unique and interesting. Chad is a weirdo. Orihime is like super bubbly and kind of like ditzy. I love Rukia. She she might be my favorite. Um, I like the way she's being used for the setup for the next arc, the Soul Society arc. I hope that she continues to like grow as I watch Bleach because I think she has a lot of potential as a pretty dope character. Um, is she? How you say his name? Ishida with the arrows. I like him a lot too. I like his personality and everything, and I guess he's Ichigo's rival, so to speak. I guess he would be what Sasuke is to Naruto, kind of, except he ain't a weirdo. Ichigo's circle of friends, they're all pretty interesting, and I think they all have the personalities to kind of like hold their own episodes, which they already did in this arc. I think all of them did, where they basically had their own episodes, sort of. So I'm not mad at this circle right now. That they pretty decent. Like the concept of the Zanpakutos and spirit energy and soul sleep and soul chain, cause things like that are interesting, and they make up like the foundation of how the fights are gonna go. So, for example, like you take like Hunter x Hunter, and they have like Nin, and then One Piece, you have like Devil Fruit, and then in Naruto, you have like chakra. Like those things are like the foundation of fights. So it's not just people just battling it out from like brute strength. You can implement like different types of strategies and like tactics to make the fights interesting. You know what I'm saying? So on Bleach, like Zanpakutos and seeing like how they like change shape and stuff like that in fights, that was like, damn, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so those are gonna be like real interesting. Cause I was thinking that dudes is just gonna be cutting each other and that's it. But seeing like through the training that Ichigo was going through, and then having I forgot dude's name, but he was calling them like hats and clogs. Um, Seeing him go through this training and breaking down like the soul train, soul chain, and soul energy and everything like that. I thought that was like really dope, and I was like, all right, this that terminology and the way they explaining it, the future fights got to be beastly if they like do it the right way, which I'm gonna assume they do, because y'all wouldn't have recommended this anime to me if they didn't. You feel me? The soundtrack for this anime was dope too. No complaints on the soundtrack whatsoever. Very fitting. It fits the energy of the content. So that soundtrack, the truth. Right. So now we're gonna get into the things I didn't like about this arc. All right. So what I didn't like off the top of my head, there was filler in this arc, but they try to act like it's not filler, if that makes sense. So a lot of episodes, I was just like, all right, this doesn't progress the story at all. So this episode is actually filler. You lied to me, bruh. You lied to me. I'm just saying. I was told that this arc had no filler in it, and I'm watching episodes. I'm like, all right, man, this is looking real fillerish. Like, what's going on, man? Like, nobody. All right, next, I expected better fights in this arc. Now, they didn't have to be like ground shaking and like series altering fights. I just thought the action was kind of just either average or like underwhelming in this arc. Now, that's because this arc is like, it moves real slow. It's a slow arc. Once it gets to like episode 16 and that fight that Ichigo had with Renji from the Soul Society, that's when I was like, okay, I'm invested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was looking for some type of action that would get me like interested, you know what I'm saying? Or like super interested. Cause I think the one before that, him and Shida was fighting that huge hollow. I forgot I think it was like Mano something. They had a name for it, but that didn't really impress me too much. It wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't it didn't have me looking forward to like future battles. But the episode 16 and episode 17 with the when Ichigo was fighting the two dudes from Soul Society, that's when I was like, oh, okay, now we getting somewhere. But yeah, like this arc is like really slow. It takes it a while for it to pick up for me personally, and then like I said, the fights was just kind of like up until that point, to episode 16 and 17, the fights was just like average or just not interesting to me at all. But it's the first arc, so I'm not holding that against the series at all. Because after I seen 16, 17, I'm like, okay, I know it's gonna be some beastly fights up in the future, so I ain't complaining about that at all. And this would be my last thing I didn't like. I wasn't feeling Orihime for some reason. I like her power, but it's just something about her that I just wasn't like tapping into. It's kind of like she's just kind of like wasting space, but then again, I like her power too with the fairies and stuff. And then her episode was about her brother and everything. That was pretty cool. But I'm just talking about her as like just a character, and I'm kind of worried, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. Like I said, I like Rukia. I think she will make a great character if they continue to like build and flesh her out some more. I think she'd be dope. But Orihime, I'm just not getting that vibe yet. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And because I think she's the girl that I guess would be into Ichigo, would be his girl or whatever. Or I highly doubt it'd be Rukia because well, it could be Rukia too. I don't know. But either way, Orihime, I'm just not feeling her so far in this arc. Overall, I give this arc 7 fruit snacks out of 10 fruit snacks. It's pretty decent. It was a nice start. Like I said, the supporting cast was established. Ichigo is not your normal like protagonist, which is great. I don't know. I don't want to compare him to Luffy or Naruto at all. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely different from them. But I'm gonna save like my overall like what I think of Ichigo. If I gotta see him in at least like 2 major fights and how he reacts to those fights and things of that nature before I try to give like, oh, he's a great character or he's a bad character. But yeah, overall this arc was it was pretty decent. Like I said, it starts off slow. So but I feel if somebody gets to like episode 15, they'll stick with it and they'll see the potential. Like I said, I saw the potential in Bleach in episode 16 and episode 17. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it set up the Soul Society arc nicely. So, but yeah, man, that's it for that arc. I'm gonna start on Soul Society right away. Get cracking on that. Try to have that review up as soon as possible. Right now I'm hungry. My elbow is still swollen. I forgot I had hit my elbow on my bed, so I took some painkillers or whatever, and I've been napping and watching Bleach all day. You know what I'm saying? Groggy as a mug. You feel me? But yeah, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I have more content. Probably have another video up tomorrow. It'll be separate from Bleach though. You know what I'm saying? Just keep this content coming from y'all. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll holler at y'all later.